You want to lead it? You want to start it off? I think we're currently. I
Cast your
mean, we
couch,
are
boys.
unmuted.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going into the first game, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
So
they're in
I
the first
think
round right
what we're
now.
doing right now is that we're gonna toss it straight to the game, just in case if the students can hear us. So from here on out, you guys will be watching the game, and if we figure out a solution, we will come back and be the shoutcasters. To that, straight to the game.
Now,
Fake teleport.
30 seconds left. Spikes planted. Last player standing. Here.
Hey,
all
and
right, we're
we have
back.
fixed our issues and we are back. Oh, you stole my line. All right.
I mean, it was delayed. I could hear you. We
My
had to skip a few
garbage
rounds here.
laptop.
Yeah. I mean, it's only currently one round in, so I mean, we currently see the red team pushing up mid. They are on B, but they are getting taken out one by one. They are on a save though, which is completely
Total
fine.
annihilation.
Which
Yes,
moving
yes.
into round 3, they're looking to buy up here. Hopefully they can win when they full buy weapons, preferably a Vandal or a Phantom. Along those lines, I wonder if they're just going to be playing together as a team, or if they're going to be playing default and see if they can get a pick or two on another site. Do unfortunately have one player disconnecting. It is on pause, so we're good. A little technical difficulty with the computer,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
we got a DC, so we have match pause right now. And while we're doing that, we can kind of talk about what there happened while we were not able to talk about it because of technical difficulties. First round, we had Yellow Jackets, I believe. Yep, Yellow Jackets,
Yep.
green team. Come through and win the pistol round. They looked like they forced up for that second round and to secure that momentum, and it is now 2-0. Valpals are down.
And I think what really
It's like
happened the
both
first
teams
round,
are-
I mean, Yellow Jackets just kind of took to the field and they just started picking off the Valpals one by one on the pistol round. Unfortunately, Valpals did get the plat. They did get the plant, which is good for them, but they just couldn't hold it and secure it.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna try to do a kind of a. It looks like Valpal's buys are kind of all over the place in this round. We got some Ares, a Marshall, a Spectre, a Classic.
Yeah,
Okay, they're kind of evening it out here. They're trying to get their economy together. They're trying to figure it out with
true.
this little bit extra time that we got.
I'm thinking that they what happened last round was that they either did a light buy or they tried to force up to get an early round, which
Yep.
devastated the economy. But I think moving into this round, whether they win or lose, they should have enough to either light buy or full buy the next round or two.
For sure, for sure. And it's definitely a common. I believe in our prelims, we saw this a lot with Valpals that they have interesting strategies with their economy, and they kind of put it at the back end sometimes. They kind of forget about their economy and try to go for more of a just buy when you can and go and get those wins. And sometimes it works for them, you know. And maybe
no.
we'll see that here.
Perfect. Are we back? I believe so.
We back, baby.
So I think the technical
difficulty.
difficulty is being resolved sometime soon. We just had a slight issue with the computer. The moment that this issue does become resolved, I mean, we'll go right back to the game. But I mean, other than that, I think we have just me, myself, Robbie, and Ethan just doing some
Yep.
theory crafting. So, Ethan, what do you know so far about the Yellow Jackets and the Valpals?
Well, as I said earlier, you know, Yellow Jackets are our 9-0 team, and I believe Valpals are 6-4. So it's definitely a very stacked game here. It's going to be interesting to see how Valpals can try to take that difference and try to make it work in a sense. See how they can get that more into their favor, because it's obviously, you know, there's going to be nerves with it. You're going against a team that hasn't lost before in these prelims, and you know, there's a reason why they haven't lost. It's because they're doing really good. So it's going to be an interesting matchup here.
Perfect.
Is there a comp that you guys favor, either the Yellow Jackets or the Valpals?
Well, we have a Viper on both teams here, which is actually looking pretty nice because Icebox Viper taking B is huge. A Viper on this map is really good. Probably definitely one of the best controllers for this map, I would say. B's
I
the
would
recent
agree.
rework on Icebox made B a little bit easier to take for the attackers because of the rework. But it's always still good to have that Viper to cut off that snowman, cut off the rest of the site. It's just a really good ability, really good util to have that Viper wall. We have a chamber on, I believe, Yellow Jackets team, correct?
Yep.
Yes, Yellow
Java
Jackets team.
Pixel is manning chamber this match.
And it
I
looks like
personally
we
like
did
Yellow
see a
Jackets
chamber.
comp more. I think that it's got a lot more control and the ability to be aggressive when they need to. I
Yeah.
like the Valpals a little bit, but it's also like I think their comp is very dependent on like how much they can outskill their opponents or out-rotate them.
Yeah.
And well, it's going to be depending on like whether or not they can just play better. Which I mean, it seems to the season that's kind of just been their strategy. Really, is that they don't have much strategy. They just kind of aim better.
I believe the biggest skill difference here is going to be like in the between the comps is going to be the Sova and the KO. Both of our initiators, they're both going to be the difference. They're both like kind of our different initiators for who's going to
Looks
be
like
gathering
the
info on that KO on this map is really good. We are going to be switching back to the game here because we just got our player reconnected. The timer is starting. They are going into this third round.
It looks like we're seeing the same problem that has plagued these teams in the tournament before, which is that we don't see many teams defaulting on attack side here. They're just full committing towards A with a lot of utility. And we'll see how that goes. I mean, granted, they are on like a half buy, so I can give them a pass for this round, but still.
Yep. I mean, they are a little spread out here. They got some people playing in mid, it looks like. They're trying to... They got one guy...
Yeah, but you can see
he's watching that mid rotate. It's good that he's looking for that lurk for sure.
But if you look at the map here,
map.
You can see Chambers already kind of exploiting it a little bit by getting a lot of information for his team, pushing up that B side right there, just being able to see that, hey guys, there's nothing here. They've all got to be A, so...
Yes. And we're seeing him stay on B here. Probably a smart decision just because, like I said before, Icebox is a very wide map and not a very long map. So you're going to see those rotates coming through. A lot of lurking on this map, so it was a good thing to have gaming time Yoru on red team. Watch that flank there. It's a huge thing on Icebox.
Java Pixel's playing this very smart. He doesn't have the range to really peek down the lane here. So he's going to try and sit in the back of the site. He does peek out and get lucky. Gets instantly traded by gaming time. All right. Are
It's
they
like
gonna
they're
full
trying to
commit?
get a B hit here.
Oh, nice pick by Nap. Got the bomb down too. Wow, Valpals are in a real pickle this time.
Fully rotate. Looks like they got the
The
Sage
Sage
wall.
wall
They
goes
gotta make a
up.
play on B. They only have 12 seconds here.
Oh,
Get
nice
one
shot by
pick, not
Ray.
able to finish it off.
Wow. What a
Wow.
round.
It was a nice effort to make the rotate. Again, it's just going back to defaulting. Even in a half buy round, just having one floater towards mid, I think would have benefited them a lot. You didn't really see Java Pixel take the risk there, even though he definitely could have taken the risk and rotated all the way around and gotten a flank position early round. But you know, that's just kind of one of the risks you make as the flanker. But he made the correct decision by staying on site and holding his position.
Yep, definitely, definitely. I think the biggest things on Icebox here is going to be the bait, almost the incentive to lurk, and it's just sometimes it gets you caught off guard. And he made the right choice to just stick his ground, and he
Well,
got his trade for that.
It seems like Valhalla is starting to put a little floater out here as we get deeper into these rounds. I don't know if I necessarily agree with it being the Sage, but it's a step forward instead of actually just bomb rushing a site. So they're playing more of a default strat here.
It's like they're
You
trying to
got-
go for more of a slow and then explosive attack here. Try to
We got
sit in
Euro
there,
entering.
on a little bit.
Getting a
Euro
lot of
kinda
info
lost
actually.
here.
Nice fake.
Looks like they know it's a
Alright.
decoy.
Ooh, good pick on a Java Pixel. Leaves gaming time at 5 HP though. It's gonna be rough to take this site now.
Lots of
Yep.
util going down here from both teams. Trading util like crazy.
Ray, I like
So
Ray's
the shot
positioning a
from
lot
that.
here. He gets to see Lucky out right on the edge of that smoke there. Oh, the nice one tap.
Wow.
There we go. Yeah. Once you have your Euro go down to 5 HP there, it's pretty hard to take, especially with all the util coming flying in. Yeah, I think that's something that we're going to
Still trying
see
to go
later
for
into these
this.
rounds, is that they're just going to be very predictable in terms of where they're going. They're putting all their eggs in
Indeed.
one basket.
Sage looks like she's going to try to save this AK here. Looking maybe for the 1v1s, you know, looking for them to get impatient a little bit and push, trying to get a few of their guns down maybe. See what
Yellow
happens.
Jackets are playing this very safe too. We do see
Very patiently.
Devera trying to push this
They're
point
pushing
right
up
here.
a little bit.
Oh,
Gets
gets
one.
Ray. Is he gonna get? Oh,
The flank
It
got him.
was a nice
Nice
collapse for sure.
attempt.
The flank got him. He did get down one of their guns though. Ruins their economy a little bit, but they're definitely
Yeah.
still going to be in the lead here.
You have
in
to
terms
be
of
happy
economy
with
and
one.
rounds.
In that
I mean,
situation,
they're-
that's the one is as good as you can get, really.
One is
it seems like
definitely a nice takeaway from that for sure.
it seems like Valpals is opting to do a half buy this round again. I gotta say I don't agree with this decision just because you're already down 4 rounds. Your economy was ruined by the previous round, and you're going against a team with full buys on every character and 2 ultimates. So I think this is just purely a round where you should completely full save, in my opinion, and play for next round. But we'll see how this half buy works out for them.
And I completely agree with that. Getting
the
a
Yellow
nice
Jackets-
pick in mid.
The Yellow Jackets do have the Jet ultimate and the KO ultimate if they do want to just force push a site.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, this is just a very difficult round to win from the side of Alpals, and investing a lot into this round is going to really hurt them in the future if they do decide to lose this round. If they can take out a couple members of Yellow Jackets, they can make it hurt a little bit less, but again, it's even more difficult to pick off one member than it is to even win the round right now.
And
that's
like
a full
we
ace.
talked about before
through.
at the beginning of this, the whole thing when we were talking about the teams, Valpals in the past has, you know, kind of wavered their economy playing, just tried to go for it. It works out for them sometimes, but here it looks like it is not paying out. It's usually not the best choice.
Mhm.
Definitely want to
I
get that
mean,
economy together
It's
and built up.
it's something that we definitely see plague a lot of teams. It's something that we see plague a lot of teams actually in professional leagues. There's often a team that's like, you call it the middle of the pack, or you know, the odd child out, because they always beat the teams below them but never beat the teams above them, right? So they're straight in the middle. And I feel like those teams employ the strategy of just buy whenever, right? They outskill their opponents that are lower than them, but when they face somebody of equal skill, they're gonna have to play the strategy game here, and they're choosing to do that some rounds, but other rounds they're just trying to brute force in there.
For sure. Looks like we're going to try to go for a 5 push on A here once again, just trying to get that strong 5-man push to overtake. It's like they've
The-
kind of read what they like to do here. They're
Yep.
kind of countering them by stacking.
Also,
early
the
rotate
Viper on
comes in.
Yellow Jackets is rotating extremely early. the moment sound is made, you can see the Viper rotating all the way from B back to A, and as people are getting taken down on site, are they going to be able to counter the op from the jet?
Barely able to dodge that off.
I mean, they're getting a lot of picks this round. Very good.
This is a very good round for them.
Oh, very good round. As long as they can keep battling in groups, they're good.
Like they're gonna get that plant down. That is huge. If the Viper maybe has lineups, they can just play for post plant.
Ray does have the op here, though. Yep, like
Gets that
Jet
one
with op
pick.
is very scary against a half buy here.
Pulls out
That
the
was
daggers.
the Viper ultimate. They're really trying to keep the win streak going. Oh no.
Able to pick up the kill.
Ray.
Can the
What an
Viper
unfortunate turn of events.
clutch this?
I think
11
Viper's
HP,
just gonna try to get this
1v3.
op here and make it out. That's what I would do.
There we go. The first round for Valpals.
Wow.
See if they can
Well-
make this, turn this into momentum here. You know.
All odds turns against them. They're able to take one back.
Yeah, we got a lot of applause from the audience here. It seems like they're really happy to see them pull through with their first round. Honestly, what are we thinking here? What is this win con? Continue this win streak for our attackers?
I think
Well,
definitely. I mean, I think you'd agree, Robbie. We've been talking about it for a while. You know, I think definitely it's that economy. They need to make sure they keep
Mhm.
that economy. They need to
I
watch
mean,
it.
They can keep their heads above the water if they win this round. I mean, they're going to be fine for the next round, but if they lose 2 rounds in a row, their economy is back to being where it started to be.
Yep.
Especially you see Lucky here, who's sitting at 600 credits this round. He's going to be really in trouble even if they lose this round.
Ooh, Ray
just
getting
for his
the
personal
absolute
economy.
aggro play there.
Yeah, again, I think that Yellow Jackets is just getting the feel that, like you see Chamber flanking right here, finally getting the confidence to do this. Java Pixel here. It's just the feeling out that the team is just committing all of their resources. Ooh, a little bit of a
If we
misplay there for
see
Java
here-
Pixel.
If we see here in mid, a little bit of a lurk, taken out by the flank. Wasn't
And
able to
like
lurk
this
far
is the
enough up.
result. This is not a result of Yellow Jackets pulling off an insane 500 IQ strat. It's the result of the fact that they're noticing that Valpals is just continuing to do the strategy where they keep hitting a site. All
Huge
5
flick by
numbers.
Ray there.
Ray is
Still gets taken down. Can the
Gets
Sova
him down to 2
go off
HP.
one
It
more?
looks like they're going to be able
Unfortunate.
to finish this off for sure.
So it is 6-1. What are you thinking is the comeback strategy for the Valpals here?
Well,
I
here
think-
once again, I mean, just it keeps coming back to their economy, and right now their economy is low. They're gonna kind of half buy here again. Looks like they're trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a little bit of the strats on attacking. You know, they need to figure out what they want to do. I think communicate a little bit more. Raina kind of seemed like she was unsure with where she wanted to go there on that round. She started the lurk and then came back a little bit.
I mean, the 2 major problems plaguing Valpals right now is, like Ethan said, the economy, but also the other thing is the fact that they keep pushing one site together collectively. And it's worked out 1 round, and you can pick up rounds here and there by just bomb rushing a site and overpowering with your numbers. But once, the Java Pixels get that pick onto Lucky here with the ultimate, gets a secondary pick and a
Getting 2,
third
getting
pick.
3.
Oh my god,
Huge
popped up with
chamber
the quadrant. Gonna
ultimate.
get the ace? Is Java gonna get
This
the
is
ace?
the chamber power coming out. This is why Chamber is the best
Chimera.
character, hands down.
It seems like a little bit
Absolutely
of,
disgusting. Chamber is an amazing character, and that's all the power comes from. I am hands down
Seems
happy
like you're a little
about
bit
this.
biased there. Is
A little
is
bit.
there a reason for that, or if we remember on the camera?
There's no reason for me being
Uh,
you're
but
talking
again,
about.
I mean,
I'm
these
completely
rounds
dressed
just
like a
keep-
normal person.
These rounds just keep illustrating the problem that we're depicting here for Valpals. I mean, the only reason you would rotate Chamber onto A site is they've hit A site 3 rounds in a row as a 5 stack, right? So again, now they're trying to hit mid control, and let's see if they can actually do something here with their strategy.
Like they're trying to send all 5 down mid here. Sage with the wall and 2, very good wall.
Oh,
Sage
One
is
okay.
making
great
it
for
into
this map.
B.
Reyna is able to make it past the fences here. Goes
Java
down to Java
Pixel's just
Pixel.
locked down on B, like he has been this entire game.
This is
Getting
just
picked off one by
my
one.
character popping off.
Ray actually goes down here in mid by Lucky. Good pick from the Sova. Oh, but it gets double
The-
peeked and meets
The
his end.
reloading and peeking there was definitely the downfall for sure.
No,
Yeah.
Ethan, I know you talked about the Sage wall just that round.
Mhm.
That's like one of the best reasons why Sage is so good in this game, because it takes the part of the completely out of that round, right? It's
It
just
does, it does.
disgustingly strong.
Yeah, so the Sage Wall and Icebox Sage is a huge pick for this map. We've seen Sage kind of go down in play a little bit with the more characters that have
What
been
I'm
coming
looking at.
through, different meta changes, but on this map, she is still such a staple pick because of this wall that we're
Yep.
seeing right here. It makes it to where they have to destroy all parts of the wall. It's completely devastating. They can just leave that area unchecked.
And it makes it
Looks like
very
they're gonna do
difficult for
that again
teams when you
here.
have both Sage and Viper as a part of
Lava
your
Pixel
comp.
pushing up in the B, getting
Oh,
one.
2 picks here. Let's see
Now that
what
was a
Valpals
pretty
can do.
aggressive peek
2 for
from
1
Chamber,
on B
but
Going
I
a
long.
still
little
stand by.
slow.
He still got one. Still got one.
Jackhammer trying to take control of the site here, peeking down long.
It's like they're going a little slow here after they got those pick. After they got that pick.
Not a bad mood or bad move, but considering they're only ever holding 1 or 2 on B, I feel like the stronger strategy would have been to just full send it afterwards. You could have smoked off the little connecting bit right there where the Viper just threw her molly, and then just force a plant, and then that really puts Yellow Jackets on a time crunch.
Also noticing
Good
here that
info.
we're not seeing the Viper wall come out here for the push.
2v1, Yellow Jackets managing to clutch it back.
Yoro's going to
Does-
be on this 1v2 here. Does he swing and get 2?
Oh, Ray misses his jump. Yoro activates his ultimate. Let's see if he can actually do something here.
Looks like he's trying to just stall time on that defuse. Is he going to be able to
Yeah.
do it, though? Was trying to do the decoy ult tech. Looks like they did not come out properly.
You got to peek a little bit faster there. Pretty much, you realize if you're a good shot how fast that is a fake, right? You know, Ray just shoots once or twice at it, goes through the model, and then realizes, hey, that's the fake. And you know, you gotta. It's like a pot flash. You gotta almost preemptively peek.
Yeah, it's definitely a dangerous game with that Yoro decoy. You go a little bit too soon, they shoot it, they can still see you. You know, it's the dangerous game they got to play. It looks like there was a little bit of a misinput on the Yoro tech. I believe he was trying to decoy before coming out of the ultimate. It just didn't work out right.
It seems we have a crash here again. I think it's on the side of Valpals, so we'll have to wait a little bit till we get back into the full swing of things.
So there is a pause. I'm assuming, from what we understand, there is a computer that just happened to just go down again.
Just
So unfortunate.
explodes, you know?
Yeah.
Computers, man, they just exploded all the time. It's crazy. I mean, computers can just be such a tricky thing, you know?
Such an unfortunate timing.
Whenever you want them to go good, you know, they always just do the opposite, you know. It's just how computers work.
They
don't do what you want.
always do. Computers are very terrible.
Yep.
But
Hey,
well, we are back on
Welcome
camera
back.
stuff.
Hey,
So what do
we
we
like
think we can
computers.
change
Sorry,
here
sorry.
to get a win for Valpals? Because Yellow Jackets are kind of hard stomping here. It's 9-1.
They did win 1 round, and I'm assuming that was pretty early on. I mean, they're constantly pushing as a team, all 5 into either A or B or sometimes even mid. But there's like no variety. Sometimes they'll push A for 3 rounds, 4 rounds in a row, and then they'll try mid, and then it won't work, and then they'll just go back to going A. What I would love to see is that if they send either 2 B, 1 mid, another 2 A, see if they can get a pick, and then make some noise, try and fake a site, see if they can get a bomb plan down at one while they're making noise at another, and then try and rotate quicker than the other team. They're just losing the duels.
Yeah, we haven't really seen those.
So we're
rotate
thinking
plays
more
come out.
throwing in some. We're looking into throwing more variety into things, is what I'm hearing. So like
Yeah.
more like maybe some lurkers in there, something like that.
Just
I mean,
something. They need to spice it up.
It all comes back to what we were discussing, Ethan and I were with defaulting.
Mhm.
It's the whole concept on attack side, which actually allows you to essentially play the game at a consistent rate. Because if you think about it, just for a second, you know your defenders are going to be split out on the map just naturally, right? You have to hold positions for the pushes. And if you're able to spread your own attackers, then first of all, you have a higher chance of getting picks to open up a site. But second of all, you're limiting the amount of information. So by limiting the amount of information, you allow for the defending team to have to make some really hard decisions there where they don't want to over rotate. And that even plagues a lot of top tier teams. You see it in a ton of tournaments where you have teams that over rotate and then the attackers are now allowed to take a free site and they get to set up for post plant. And you know, we don't really see Valpals taking advantage of that strategy here, which has kind of been a staple in FPS shooters or strategic shooters since, you know, the early 2000s with Counter-Strike. So it's really something that is a cornerstone of the game, and they've done it a few rounds, but it doesn't seem like it's something that's a mainstay in their strategy here.
Yeah, we should definitely be seeing a little bit more shakeup in their playstyle. One thing I want to talk about too is the util use. If they want to do these push strategies, they can work. Obviously, we don't have to see them defaulting every round, because then it would be, just same thing in the opposite direction. They're only doing one thing, they're not switching it up. But on these rounds where they do want to do 5-man pushes onto a site, they're just not using the util as much as I'd like to see here. Viper wall was a perfect example on this last round that we just saw. The B site Viper wall is huge for cutting off snowman and site. It is amazing, and we just didn't see it put down on that push that they did, and they were punished for it severely.
Exactly. I mean, again, it's just these little things that they could clean up here on the side of Valpals. It's just what's making
Well,
us suffer.
un Okay, so it looks like we are getting some technical difficulties with the PC, so we're gonna send it off to a break. Looks like into League of Legends. I'm not too sure. We'll figure it all out. And in the meantime, we'll see you in a bit.